What's up, guys? Celtic Doom here. I certainly hope you guys are all well. I hope you guys were able to really get in on that mounted combat video I posted yesterday, and I certainly hope you guys are excited for today's Unearthed Awesomeness. One that's been out for a little while and I haven't gone over yet because I definitely wanted to do it in a special portion, is the Gothic Heroes Unearthed Arcana. I'm very excited for this, mostly because there was at one point a game where I played a Revenant, which I thought was awesome. I really like the darker aspects of a lot of characters because I feel like it brings out a lot more of the character. Like, for example, if you're playing like a Robin Hood where everyone sees you as the villain, but behind the scenes you're a hardcore philanthropist, I feel like that's an amazing feature to have. Now with that, I just kind of want to read the excerpt here. This month, the Unearthed Arcana takes a look at a new character options appropriate to Gothic horror. The Revenant subrace provides an interesting way to bring a character back from the dead, a useful option if you've lost a character in the midst of Barovia. The Monster Hunter, which is one of the things I'm excited about, and the Inquisitive, which, I like to joke around and call it the Inquisitor, because I feel like, why not, are two new archetypes for the Fighter and Rogue, respectively, well suited to the challenges of Ravenloft or any other Gothic horror campaign. If you have anything specific you want to see in the upcoming installments of Unearthed Arcana, let us know via Twitter, at Mike Merles. So, obviously you guys are probably already know what that is, but, go poke him, let him know what you want to see. It's one of those things that, such a large following as a culture, we've definitely changed. We've had an impact on the world. So, thank you guys for all that you do. If any of you guys volunteer or anything like that, I just want to take a second and say thanks for that. Now, I do want to go over this. It's going to be a 3-part series. We're going to have the Gothic Heroes Part 1, 2, and 3 because there are 3 specific sections in here that I want to go over. But there's so much here that I don't want to jam it into one video. The new subrace is where we're going to start with the Revenant. Having met a cruel and undeserving end, you have returned to the realm of the living. As a Revenant, you thirst for revenge against those who wronged you in life, or seek to complete a final critical task you left unfinished. The Revenant subrace can be applied to any race that has a subrace, and replaces that race's existing subrace options. Alternatively, you can apply the new subrace to a race without subrace options, using the modification option provided below. Human, half-elf. Your DM might also allow you to take the subrace for a slain character. In that case, your character, rises from the dead with its original subrace replaced, or with the necessary modifications made to its base traits. Filled with a determination seeking vengeance or to complete its mission. Racial adjustments. For races that don't have subrace options, taking on the Revenant subrace means making changes to your character's base traits. As follows, this playtest article definitely goes over humans, Dragonborn, and also because half-elves and half-orcs have no subrace, they shouldn't be used with these Revenant subrace rules. So, it's one of those things that you have the human Revenant. If you want to play a human Revenant, modify human's ability score, increase trait of the following. 2 different ability scores of your choice increased by 1. So, undead strength, vampirism, not necessarily the same thing, but, you have a level of either intelligence, wisdom, something like that. If you use the variant human traits, remove the skills trait and the feat trait. So basically, you can bump up your abilities, but you remove the feat and skills. So, you basically, if you take the variant, you can get a +1 to 2, a +2, but you don't get any feats or skills, at least from what I'm understanding it. If that's correct, if that's incorrect, let me know. Dragonborn Revenant. If you want to play a Dragonborn Revenant, which I think would be amazing, especially for like a black dragon wizard who's wanting to become a lich, that's like your first step, like your first death, and you're like, I want to come back and become something magical, and I think that'd be amazing. Modify the Dragonborn's ability score trait. For the following, your strength score increases by 1 and your charisma score increases by 1. Additionally, your Draconic Ancestry trait uses necrotic damage as its damage type, replacing the damage type that applies to your breath weapon and your damage resistance. That is amazing. For the longest time, there was a Dragonborn I was playing in out of the Abyss, Grix Nerexius Axius, he basically was a warlock who turned into a sorcerer due to in-story stuff. This would have been perfect. Like, if he had died, this would have been perfect. Because it's one of those things that just the flare aspect of that Dragonborn Revenant, just, Ever get excited to make a character? Yeah, that's where I'm at right now. So, the Tiefling Revenant, which I think is awesome, because, you could do this with, like, because you could have the Abyssal variant, but you could either have this as well. A prior installment of Unearthed Arcana, it does have that subtext there. Outline two Tiefling variants that make use of subraces. Use that article to make a Tiefling Revenant, replacing the subrace options with Revenant subrace options. So I mean, like the Abyssal Tiefling, you got to keep it how it is. Great. You can increase your ability score increase. You can increase your con by 1, which I mean, obviously, if you're undead, that's very useful. Now, the relentless nature, your DM assigns you a goal to you, typically one related to your character's death. The goal must be a specific task you can complete, such as slaying an enemy or liberating an area and its people. Until you fulfill this goal, you gain the following benefits. If you're below half your hit points, maximum at the start of your turn, you regain 1 hit point. If you die, you return to life 24 hours after death. If your body is destroyed, you reform within 1 mile of the place of your death at a spot determined by the DM. If your equipment was also destroyed, you do not regain it. Sorry, guys. You know the distance and direction between you and any creature involved in your goal, such as a person you seek vengeance against or someone you pledge to defend. This awareness fails if the creature is on another plane of existence. So I mean, a good way to mess with a Revenant and just have the wizard that they're after be like a plane traveler, you know? When your goal is complete, you finally find rest, you die, and cannot be restored to life. So, guys, DMs, players, if you have a character that you really like and you're like, I don't want him to end, run this by your DM. Be like, there's a final goal. We have to save the world, whatever. Have him live until the very end. So that way, you guys still get that character development. You can play the character that you want, but then you get that sad ending, the ending of a hero, whatever, like maybe you finally slay the dragon and, your blade is in its heart, and as you're laying atop its corpse, you start fading away, just different things like that. One of the things I think would be funny is to kind of get around the whole your equipment is destroyed thing, play a monk, a Revenant monk. Now that would be funny, just because of the fact of, the monk of the long death with this, I think would be kind of a cruel joke. But either way, we will be doing this in 3-part series. Like I said, the upcoming one will be either the Monster Hunter and the Fighter, and or the Rogue Inquisitive or Inquisitor, depending. That mystery I'll leave to you guys, and nothing else. If you guys want to go check it out, follow along with the discussion at a later point. Or if you kind of want to discuss any ideas that you have for the Revenant, don't be afraid to discuss in the comments below. Like, share, and subscribe, and thank you so much for calling it a day with us here. You take it easy, and I will be seeing you guys on Monday with my next Monster Monday. Have a good weekend.